so I'm better bear witness, I'm back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. Behind me say I cut for. No room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, they drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah, bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head, and I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter, the lies are sweet. Tried everything, I guess me and Johanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak. And teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring their bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time, this Glock match my handpiece. And I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Shit call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. Bring the hot flame, new bitch. They loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. Bring the hot flame, new bitch. They loyal to the king.
Man, this wine, this ain't no lame. Now they fire me. I shoot the K shit. We ain't no gangbangers. We just real niggas.
Look at me now.
Smoke on no hoe, smoke on no one. Yeah, nigga, yeah, dead that. I don't give a damn about the people, what you mean? Yeah, nigga, I said that. Aye.
Look at me now.
Smoke on no hoe, smoke on no one. Yeah, nigga, yeah, dead that. I don't give a damn about the people, blood, nigga, what you mean? I said that. Aye, I said that. Yeah, we really got southern people. Yeah, we got 12 childhood, nigga, what you mean? Yeah, we really lethal. Aye, yeah, we really lethal. We don't give a damn about other people. What the hell you mean, little nigga? Yeah, I got 12 children, they're my people. They're my brothers, they're my sisters. Little nigga, they're from other mothers. I don't give a damn, little nigga, what you mean? Yeah, them still my brothers, still my brothers. Yes, I love them like a motherfucker. Speak on my brother like motherfucker. Hit him so hard, got hit by a trucker. Yeah, she look good, but I cannot fuck her. I don't give a damn, yeah, just double. Ain't gon' lie, man, I cannot trust her. This is out to be killing brothers. Aye, so smoke on a who, smoke on a what? Yeah, nigga, yeah, dead. I don't give a damn about your people, little nigga. What you mean I said that? Aye, and I meant that. Yeah, when you hell, can't you tell? I don't give a damn about what you sell. If it get caught, you the first to tell. You tough, you tell. Why everybody wanna go to jail? Sitting with men in a fucking cell. Man, I'm just saying that's good to tell. Niggas be soft and motherfucking frail. These niggas be blind, these niggas be braille. Ops right there and niggas can't tell. Smoke so much, your brain is a snail. Kill a black man, don't nobody tell. Ain't nobody cry, dust up the Lord, niggas got that eye. Read a real black watch, touch your brother, little nigga, man, I dare you try. You just might die. And I put this on your Howard Shy. Yes, he really in the fucking sky. Man, I can't wait till he crack the sky. Whole lot of UFOs in the sky. Man, these niggas gonna really die. Ayy, so smoke on a who, smoke on a what? Yeah, nigga, yeah, dead that. I don't give a damn about the people, little nigga, what you mean I said that? I'll say it again. All brown skin ain't your kin. And a white man ain't your friend. They're the reason, man, we killing each other. They're the reason why we hate each other. They're the reason why we against each other. But the Bible say love your brother. And when you see him with nigga, just hug him. I know we did you wrong, please forgive him. Cause in that day, you really gon' need him. Ayy, so smoking on who? Smoking on what? Yeah, nigga, yeah, did that. I don't give a damn about your people, but nigga, what you mean I said that? Ayy, ayy,
Right.
ayy.
I don't gotta look one up. Who the hell still comes like that? That way I ain't gotta be doing no modifications on them.
Right.
Yep.
Look at me now. Look at me now.
You got that first one pulled up.
Kind of.
144 same man. Y'all ain't fine, you hear me? Hey, hey. I ain't tryna be no secondary. I'm tryna live long, let my name be legendary. I want a top spot, yeah, we at the top. Or that's
Like
a
that
half a
song,
man
listen to
alive,
that.
body's gotta drop.
Like the answer.
Kind of.
Sorry, boy.
Go for war, what you mean? Yeah, guns galore. As you can see, we can't even go into the store. I'm just saying, man, this shit bound to get wild, right? A whole lot of guns, huh? We in the jungle, what you mean? Yeah, it's wild, eh? And World War III, what you mean? It's coming fast, eh? Do you understand? Many times, yeah. We in the end times, what you mean? It's bound to end. So turn up, nigga, what you mean? Yeah, we about to get up out of here. And I'm just
It's nice as hell out there.
Yeah, it is.
I ain't tryna be no secondary, tryna have my name live on, tryna be
Too
legendary.
cold, ain't too
I want
hot.
a top spot.
Nope.
I like it when it be like that.
Hell yeah.
Summer, boy. Good. Hey, 95, 100 degrees.
Yeah, that's too much, man.
Man, that's for them birds.
You can see we can't even go into the store.
I ride around in the AC looking at niggas sweat.
Oh my God. I would not be able to do it.
No.
I can't do it. I can't ride around in nothing that ain't got no AC.
Man.
Shit, me.
144 Saint, that ain't fire.
Oh, you go crazy.
Yep.
Ay, many niggas out just shooting, ay, ay, many niggas out just dying, ay, every motherfucking day, ay, ay, man, some shit I gotta say, ay, ay, man, it's been weighing on me to this fucking day. These niggas out just sliding around every fucking day, ay, hitting kids and niggas, what you mean in broad day? It's on my chest, man, some shit I gotta say, ay, I gotta say, man, y'all niggas detrimental. To the goddamn mention, man, y'all nigga be mental, hey. When this shit gon' stop, man, y'all got some issues. Yeah, got the man, I handle all your issues. You can be the stop, man, you can stop the violence. Cause I got them youth, man, yeah, they need some guidance. And it's worth a shot, man, it don't hurt to try it. Yeah, I'm selling advice, man, you should really buy it. Man, these niggas out here shooting, hey, hey. Man, these niggas out here dying, hey, hey. Every motherfucking day, hey, hey. It's some shit I gotta say, hey, hey. Turn up in this bitch, you don't need no click.
Let me see your
Man,
brother
to
this
the bar,
evening.
let's get her drinking shit. Yeah, we in the cut, yeah, we seeing wild shit. I'm with my brothers, best believe, yeah, we in this bitch. And no security, bitch. We security, bitch. I'm just saying, black and brown niggas with that shit. So you can miss me with that motherfucking soul shit. I'm ISUPK, a nigga, yeah, we hardcore. Hey, hey, man, these niggas out here shooting, hey, hey, man, these niggas out here dying, hey, hey, every motherfucking day, hey, hey, say, hey. Shit, shit, man. 1969, I done made a journey, go.
That shit, that was hard. That was hard right there.
Yeah,
44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man.
put the UPK banner up.
Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit. Friday, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop on like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They know how I fade, nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rape for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is now. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspire. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep the features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the field like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I blow these chimney swings. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we run it, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till that fuel's part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, find me. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like a Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They know how I feel, he nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back to seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rape for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jordan. Got it out the dust, not too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want all life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. You PK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line into a damn tank. I got choppers slashed in that ass like they ain't Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like gold cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See I'm throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Flying in, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They know how I did it, got it out the gut, straight to glory. They know how I feel, he nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Say they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rape for real.
Like, damn, we won't start the show yet. You know,
Right.
all these hits coming back to
Man,
back.
I'm gonna miss the Black Party. I'm pissed.
You,
Oh, man.
well,
I'm pissed about that.
what?
Missing that Black Party.
Man, you say you might make it though. You say you might make it though.
No, I'm leaving Friday. I'm leaving that Friday and making Passover Saturday. Then flying back out Sunday.
All I'm saying is, you fly down Friday.
It's Thursday. Black Party Thursday.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's messed up, Bob.
That's fucked up.
Fucked
up.
I'm
I'm trying to see if I can pull a stunt.
Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand it. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young gay. How you real trigger know the dot? You a bird feeder, claim me here demon.
I gotta give her my foreman. She kind of like me. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what I can do. Like I need Thursday and Friday off.
Right. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna be off the whole next week.
And then come down Thursday. See if they let you get off on Friday. Since they let you do that, that way you won't miss it.
Just make sure you get that cover.
I'm gonna need Thursday to get there.
I'm saying, you work Thursday, get off at what time?
About Thursday, about 2.
You got plenty of time. How long that flight?
I don't know.
Yeah, look it up. See how long the flight will be? 3-4 hour flight. So get off at 2, get on flight at 4, be there about 8. And you at the party.
Make it.
You at the party, out. You at the party.
I gotta sit down with my. I'll probably have to look her in her eye.
Financial planner, you got.
I'm probably gonna. Share my keys. I'm probably gonna hold her hand a little bit. Hey, I need to talk to you.
Heads up.
I don't know,
Let's
man.
start after that. Shalom, Israel. We in the building. What's going on? Y'all know who it is. I'm Captain DeGog, aboard the ISUPK, but the Commander General Yohana. And this is Sharpen the Sword Radio. And I got my main man. I got the killer in the building with me, Officer Aban Azor. You know what I mean? Holding it down. Okay. We got a couple of articles as usual. We're going to break out a couple of scriptures, you know. Man, our people, boy, I just don't understand them sometimes.
Man,
About with some of the things that we do. Man, the longer we stay here in this place, the more and more disgusting and vile we get, like
damn
our
right.
oppressor. You know, we get more and more disgusting right along with him. You know, and this is why. Give me that scripture. This is not your rest. This is important, man.
Right.
You know, and give me we're gonna get the pollutions of this place. And is that Tobit?
Got you, cat.
One second, I'm gonna find the scripture.
The Tobit scripture.
I think it's the pollutions of the people. Give me the other one first, though.
Come to concert.
Come on with it.
This is Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart.
The Lord is saying, arise, you get up. You understand? Get the hell up out of the condition that you in, the state of mind that you are in. You understand? And depart. Keep going.
Because it is polluted.
This place is polluted. Can't you see it? And with this first article that we going, matter of fact, all the articles, you know what I mean? Every article that we bring out, you know, is talking about the pollutions in this place right here that we, man, our people love. I really want to say that our people love America more than Americans do. What you think, Aban?
You right.
They love this place more than the Americans do. You know? Like, and that's a shame. And they really believe that they are one like them, on the same level as them. You know, you're not. You know what I mean? Who was that? Famous Abe. Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
Said this. He said,
Honest Abe.
who?
Honest Abe.
Honest
That's his
Abe.
name.
You understand? Famous, honest, dishonest, slave owning Abraham Lincoln.
Right.
You understand? He turned around and he said, in order to once you know, the union that started, you know, getting into it with each other because of them hiring, you understand, slaves, our people that was used to working, 16, 18 hours a day with barely no break, no shoes on, no clothes on, all kinds of stuff. You understand? They turned around and was like, man, y'all hiring them and won't give us no job. So they turned around and, of course, they got to arguing beefing, and they said, okay, in order to get this thing right and put it where it needs to be for him and his people, he said there needs to be two classes. One class is the superior race, and the other class is the inferior race. And we already know who's who on that.
Right.
You understand? We already know that it is our people that's the inferior race to them. And they are the superior race, especially over us. You know what I mean? And I wonder, when are we going to realize this? When are our people? What you looking for, Warren? Some highlights?
Mark, yep.
Bing, right there.
What?
Oh.
Okay.
Yep. In order for our people to do anything in this place, we're gonna have to turn around and get our minds right. I'm gonna need that one too. I'm gonna need that scripture too in Romans. Read that one again. No, you gotta finish that one, right?
Sir.
Finish Mike up.
It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction.
It shall destroy you with a sword destruction. Look at what's going on here. Look at all of the drugs that's in the black community. Look at all of the whoredom in the black community. Man, you seen, what's that over there? Brooklyn, Illinois. Brooklyn, Illinois ain't got nothing going on over there but strip clubs.
That's it.
That's it. All the businesses closed over there?
Sir.
Every single business in Brooklyn, it's just a little small little city. But they had a couple of businesses over in that area, didn't they, Upon? I think all of them are closed. You know what I mean? And the only thing open over there is strip clubs. And that's where our people stay at. You understand? Like, that is disgusting as hell. That's the only thing cracking over there. In East St. Louis, period. You know what I mean? It's one or two here and there businesses of ours. And after that, man, it's not the strip club. You know, 1 year, do you remember when this happened? When they turned around and was looking for some money and how they can get money out of it, because you know there ain't no businesses over there.
Right.
And they turned around and drained the strip clubs almost dry 1 year out, taking all kinds of dough from them. Because, you know what I mean? Because they claim they trying to, you know, put it back into the city, but they did not do that.
Right.
You know, but I mean, man, that's all they got going on over there. And then nobody is trying to put any type of business in that area worth anything. You know, no type of jobs over there. You know, none of that. Our brothers and sisters are so poor over in East St. Louis. Man, it's ridiculous. You know, it is ridiculous. And that comes from our oppressors too. Our oppressors destroyed East St. Louis. At one point, you know, it was pretty decent. You know, wasn't half bad. You know, our people started moving from the South mainly over in East St. Louis, trying to find work because the steel factory. You know what I mean? American Steel, there's several other ones. They started booming. You know what I mean? And they turned around and went there to find work, make a living for themselves. And they was doing pretty good up until the point to where our oppressors got jealous again.
Yep.
They turned around and said they went on strike trying to get more money. While they was on strike, the company, all they worried about is making that money.
Yep.
You know, they got steel, because I think they was building the railroads, right? Yeah, it was the railroads that they were doing. And they worried about making that money. So they ain't had time to be doing no strike. So when they turned around and hired, while the oppressors went on strike, they hired brothers to start working. And from there, them devils lost their mind and started murdering innocent brothers and sisters, man, for no apparent reason. You understand? Started terminating the lives of innocent people for no apparent reason, all because you decided on taking a break because you want a raise. Meanwhile, our people said, well, hell, we could take care of ourselves a little bit better with this right here. And so they turned around and went to work. But they ended up, I'm talking about, man, it was, they gave it a low ball number, but I'm sure it was more than that. Remember them pictures out that we showed of how they had buses surrounded with women and children on the bus? And a whole bunch of Karens was surrounding the buses, snatching the women and children, brothers and sisters, I mean, not the brothers, but the women and the children off the buses.
Yeah.
They were snatching them off the buses so they could be the next victim, man. So they could turn around and get ran over by somebody's car. They could turn around and get shot at the end of somebody's barrel. That's what they did. You know, and people, I don't understand how brothers turn around and want to be with one of them, man. Knowing the history of these people, period, I don't see how male or female, sister or brother could be with any one of them. That is crazy to me. You know what I mean? We got the baddest women and strongest brothers on the planet. You know, besides that point, all of what they've done throughout history is a complete turnoff. A complete turn off. You had them doing what back in slavery? Turn around and have the brother come and beat that thing up real quick while master gone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then when she get caught, you know, like on that movie, Rosewood, yeah. Turning around, sitting there cheating on her husband, and when she get caught, it's nigger.
Right.
You know what I mean? I said, oh man, they some dirty people, man.
Yeah.
And the sheriff knew that she was lying. I think the sheriff was hitting that.
Yeah, everybody did.
Oh, come on, man. I think everybody had, you know,
that's how
they
he
go around with that. That's why he was like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I was just with you last week. Now, I know, you know, ain't no niggas around here. Now, you sure? You know,
right.
Because, you know, Bob was just over there yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tom was just there a month ago, you know. And Billy, he's always there. You know what I mean? Are you sure? Nigger. And got a whole bunch of innocent brothers and sisters' lives terminated over this nonsense, man. You know, and then you got what's Stevie Wonder's song, Jungle Fever. You got somebody got the nerve to have jungle fever out there.
Kind.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you got some fever in a jungle, all right. You know what I mean? And you're gonna end up covered up with some leaves and some branches in one of them jungles. Keep on dealing with them people. You know what I mean? Cause that's what they're about. You know, remember them sisters, the stories we brought up about them sisters that was dating them oppressors. And ended up they had their lives terminated too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man. I just don't understand. I just do not understand. But this place is filled with their pollutions, man. You know, it's filled with all of their pork, all of their shrimp, their crab, and their lobster. What they call it, a delicacy, y'all.
Kind.
They call it a delicacy. When you're eating trash, you know, those animals, some of those animals the Lord created, you know, are to do certain things. You know, if anybody knows anything, back before we had the trash system like we got now, to where they come pick up a truck, you know, truck come pick up your trash and dump it in there and roll off with it, take it to the dump site. They used to have pigs come and clean, you know, eat up all the filth and trash in the neighborhood, in the area. Just have a whole truck, let 20, 30 pigs out and let them go to work. And they would eat all the everything.
Right.
Cans, bags, feces, dead animals, whatever, roadkill, the pigs took care of that. You didn't have to pick up nothing and clean up nothing. Street sweeper, that was pig. That's what the pig was for. And then you turn around and have the nerve to want to eat some of them things. Talking about a ham and a hock. and a pork and a chop, like that's ridiculous. Shrimps do the same thing. They are supposed to clean the waters right along with their catfish.
Right.
You know, that's why they call them bottom feeders. They are supposed to eat the filth out of the waters. And here you go on Friday frying us some catfish and some shrimp, you know what I mean, and putting it in something and in a noodle and calling it scampi. And then you turn around, and then when you get sick, then what do? They go to church and want to pray, have their prayer warriors pray for them. You know, you ever seen that mess out when they do that?
Yeah.
Be looking silly, got the hand pointing to something like, what you pointing at? you know what I mean? You sending a prayer or blessings to something. What are you doing?
Right.
Had everybody in the building stand up, point at whatever direction, wherever the person live at or wherever they at. You know what I mean? They just point whatever direction the pastor pointed in. So everybody pointing and start praying at one time and all. What in the hell is that doing when you still eating the pork?
Right.
You still smoking the cigarettes and the weed and the crack. You still is a homosexual or a lesbian. You still celebrating the holidays. Read that again. I don't think I heard it.
Sir.
What the Lord said, this place right here would do. Ain't no other place, ain't no imaginary place. There wasn't no place in the past. It's this place right here that the Bible is talking about. The pollutions will do what?
Because it is polluted.
It is polluted. And
it shall destroy you.
It shall destroy you.
Even with a sword destruction.
Even with a sword destruction. We cannot tell our people to stop eating certain foods. You'll be a lot healthier if you do. Certain meats you just are not supposed to eat. They're not even meat. You know, certain animals are not supposed to be chopped up and fried and sauteed and baked and grilled and what's the new thing they got? The little fast oven. What's some damn
air fryer.
The air fryer. You understand? Man, you ain't supposed to air fry some of them things that you air frying.
Right.
Deep fried or nothing else. You know what I mean? Traditional frying, whatever, however you doing it. You know, some of them things just are not supposed to be eaten. But they doing them anyway.
Kind.
And then when you get sick, then now it's, God got me. The devil thought he had me, but God got, and we are the only people that I know to glorify wickedness and sickness.
Kind.
Here you are, sick as could be. I remember before my old man passed, I used to take him around to his doctor visits and, doing whatever he had to do. And whenever he would see somebody that he knew, or from his dialysis center or something like that, here he is, he in a wheelchair, and then the cat pulling up in a wheelchair too. And they sitting there talking about how blessed they are, sick as a dog.
Kind.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh my God, they got to drain all your blood out your body to clean it out. He didn't, and Barnes almost killed him. Barnes almost killed my old dude in one of his sessions. They forgot to put his blood back in his body out and told him, okay, Mr. Miller, you're all set. And he turned around and stood up and went right over him and passed clean out. And almost died. Hit his head, bust his mouth and his face and everything right there on one of them tables. Passed clean out. And hey, man, you know what I mean? Like, good night. Here you is sick. And tell me how blessed you is. Almost died. Your body is no longer it's shutting down. You ever heard old folks when they say, man, everything starts shutting down at one time?
Yep.
One after another, domino effect. I used to hear that a lot when I would hear older folks talking about how sick they was, And now I know and understand why. It's because of your disobedience to the Most High's laws.
That's right.
It's because of this place and its pollutions, like what the brother just read. It's going to destroy you with a sword destruction. Being on kidney dialysis, that's a sword destruction. Having diabetes is a sword destruction.
Yep.
Having AIDS and STDs and what they got now, they got super AIDS now. They got super gonorrhea now, super syphilis. That's a sore destruction, you know. And here you is thinking that you good, you blessed. And when you're sick all day, every day, you know. Come on, man. You know. But let's jump to that article real quick, cause I just started talking, brother, and it, you know when the Spirit moved me, you know. What I'm saying?
Lock, I'm gonna get that
Hey, look,
precept out of Tobit from you. I need that.
You got it.
Nah, I ain't got it.
I got you.
All right.
I
got the article right
Yeah,
here.
go ahead and read the article, cause I actually wanted to hit them scriptures after that, but like I said, I just when Spirit moved me, brother.
Yes,
You know what I mean? I gotta go with it. But now we're gonna read one of the articles and why I said what I said, you know, and how I said that this place, the longer we stay here, the more vile and disgusting we are becoming. Go ahead, Warren.
A Georgia elementary school principal arrested on child cruelty charges.
Now this is a woman. This is a sister. This ain't, you know, most times you expect that stuff from men, right? They'll say that the men are the ones that are abusive and molesting and doing all these filthy things, but they just don't know. Yet a lot of women do it too. It just don't get reported.
Right.
It don't get reported, you know? But this one did. Come on with it.
A Georgia elementary school principal has been arrested on multiple child cruelty charges.
Mm-hmm.
The principal of Indian Creek Elementary in Coffee County, 51-year-old Anastasia Carter, was arrested and charged with 2 counts of first-degree cruelty to a child, 2 counts of third-degree cruelty to a child, 2 counts of false imprisonment, and 2 counts of simple battery.
Now this is the principal. This is the one supposed to be making sure that all the staff is doing their job and all the children are safe. And look at what she up to. Keep reading. You got this morning?
Come to come.
Oh, go ahead. Come on with it.
The exact details of the incident remain unclear. The Coffee County school system has been notified of allegations concerning the principal at Indian Creek Elementary. When this matter first came to the attention of the school system, a report was immediately made to the Department of Family and Children's Services. The principal was immediately placed and remains on administrative leave. All questions and concerns should be directed to the Region 4 Investigative Office and Georgia Bureau of Investigations.
Mm-hmm. Now, you know something? I had counseled a little girl. She was about, I think about 11. She turned around and she was having problems at home with her mother, you know, and turned around and she had put her in a psychiatric facility. And the little girl ended up telling me what was actually happening to her, what happened, right? She turned around, and this is how evil her mother is, right? This girl, she ended up getting molested at school, right? And that's why I said, the more we stay here, the more disgusting we get. The more vile, you understand, we become. Why? Because we are following the people that have oppressed us. Instead of us being separate from them. And I don't mean that you don't, you know, say for instance, if you stay in a white neighborhood, you can live there, no sweat. Say you live around a couple of Africans, you know, no sweat. Or if you sit down on that south side, boy, there's a whole bunch of Ukrainians. It's a whole bunch of Hamites, a whole bunch of Africans down there.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of the Irish.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of them down there. Good. What they call it? Dogtown, don't they?
Dogtown. That's the yeah.
That's predominantly Irish, ain't it?
Irish.
The Irish and who else?
then you got the Hill. That's Italians.
God. And then the Grove, that's the funny.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
LGBT.
That's the
That's the melting
LGBT
pot.
community over there.
Kind.
Good night. That's what else around? Man, I mean, they everywhere, you know. And guess what? If you live around them, no sweat. It's okay. But don't partake in, if you live in the Grove. If you live in the Grove, don't join the LGBT, LMNOP, QRST, XYZ community. You understand? Do not join them. Okay? If you live in that area. The same with the, in the other areas. Whatever they are doing, let them do it. You remain separate from them. You black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people remain separate from them. Don't do the things that you see them do. Don't turn around and, sell their drugs. Don't turn around and smoke their drugs. If they are crackheads, then hey, let them be crackheads. Let all of them go up. I remember, what was that, Broadway down there, where them businesses are.
Kind.
I remember, what's that car lot? As soon as you pass, let me see, it's 55.
Bay Street Motors.
But it used to be something else. It used to be, old white lady used to own it. I think she died.
Right.
Somebody else owned it. It's just past Bates, not the one right there at Bates.
Right, I know what you're
but the
talking
one
about.
just past Bates and then to the right.
Kind.
I remember, man, when I went down there, bought me a couple cars from her. I used to see all them doggone white prostitutes all up and down that area. Now, and then I turn around. In recent years, I started seeing my sisters out there. You know what I mean? Following these white people, man. Following our oppressors. Let them. What's the movie? Pretty Woman.
Right.
Let them be all the pretty woman they want to be. Talking about cleaning up a prostitute.
Man.
Yeah, man, please. You understand? Let them prostitute all they want. But you sisters, man, have some real worth. Have some real worth. And don't be following them. Don't do they drugs and get out there like them. They used to be dizzy as hell walking up and down that street. And man, if cats was picking them up left and right, boy.
Yep.
Oh, I did not understand that. You know what I mean? But let them oppressors stay out there and wander and do whatever it is they are doing, man. But our people, we supposed to be greater than that. Ain't that how we talk all day, every day? We call ourselves kings and queens. What kind of king and queen is sitting there getting high all goddamn day?
Right.
You talk all this talk about how great we are, but then look at the nasty and filthy things that you are doing now. Give me the next one. Look at, let's get this article.
Kind, sir. Georgia teacher fired. Arrested.
Here's another Georgia school and teacher and staff, right? And he fired because of what reason?
Being caught with a student in library closet.
Caught with a student in the closet. Like, come on, man. This nasty bastard, picks a child.
Kind.
You know what I mean? A child. When look at all of the women we got.
Right.
Look at all of the beautiful black and brown women that we have. And you gonna go for a child?
Kind.
Keep reading.
A Georgia middle school teacher has been fired and arrested. Deputies responded to Howard Middle School on February 23rd in reference to a child molestation case.
Child molestation. This is something that our people, we done picked up on this. Like I said, we picked up on everything. But we done really took this and ran with this. And the biggest reason that a lot of this goes on with our children is because they know that there is no man around.
That's right.
They know that mother, oh man, all she wants is the kids to be watched while she try to go to work or doing whatever thing it is that she doing, and don't even think about it. Like I was saying, with the 11-year-old young girl that I had counseled, this is what happened to her. And do you know what her mother said when they asked, because she became promiscuous, right? And no 11-year-old, is just in a normal situation is just out doing sexual things and talking sexual and online and all kind. She was doing all kind of stuff out. She online with it. I mean, a dating site, doing all kind of stuff, right? And when she got caught, her mother asked, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" And she told her. She said, "Well, I got molested in school." And her mother's response to her was, "You ain't get molested, you just a little hoe." That's what she told her.
Yeah.
That's what she told her. And I'm sitting here, the little girl crying. I'm trying not to goddamn cry with her. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to be strong. I mean, just hearing the story, man, it'll make you, you know what I'm saying? It'll make you cry, because to hear what this child is going through, and then to hear the response of her mother, you would think, that the mother would protect her. And of course, all them years she kept it because she said it happened when she was like 6, And the things that she had described, I knew she wasn't lying.
Right.
Because certain things you just ain't gonna know about as a child. You know what I'm saying? Unless some adult has said and done these things to you. Some of the stuff that she had said and that this pervert at her school this teacher did to her, I believe her. I believe her 1,000%. And here it is again. You know what I mean? Here it is again.
And Salaki.
And this ain't the only case. Go ahead, brother.
Like it says, for a lot of these things to take place, there's no male figure around. Because that's what the predator thrives off of, not knowing the consequences and repercussions of a man being around and falling on him.
Right.
And I got the precept if you want it. Matthew chapter 12, verse 29. Or else how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man?
You got to bind the strong man first.
Kind.
Like, our sisters think that they so strong and they gonna hold it down, and after you have kids, that's crazy to me.
Kind.
You take a man for the woman to have the kid. We take each other. We both need each other to have children.
Kind.
It can't be done one without the other. You understand? And then now all of a sudden, when you turn around and get tired of a brother, you say, "All I need is my kids." Well, what do your kids need though?
Kind.
Do you think about what your kids need? Have you ever thought about their needs? They just might love their father. They just might need their father.
Right.
They just might want to know what it feel like, because I'm sure you didn't have your father around.
Right.
They just might want to know what it feel like to have their father around. To be able to call on their father when somebody does something to them.
Right.
That's a good feeling. I'm telling you. You understand? I know what it was like. You understand? To be able to call on my big old bad daddy boy had guns galore. You understand? And that used to drive me wild, knowing that if somebody messed with me, I could call my daddy. And my daddy coming with all his guns. You understand? My daddy coming with all his guns, not just one. You understand? The one I loved the most was the Tech 9. He had a Tech 9 out.
Kind.
You understand? I used to play with that thing all the time. You know? But that was the one that I loved the most. And man, that was the best feeling in the world, knowing that if somebody was to hurt me, my daddy gonna come. I wasn't even thinking about my mama. You understand? I know my mother protected us as well, but I was not thinking about her. The first person that came to my mind when something happened was my daddy. I want to call my daddy.
Damn
You
right.
know? And our oppressor, that's why he did what he did. So that our women and our children could be taken advantage of. And now you got sick bastards like this cat here that's jumping right on in the ring with the oppressor, and he is doing exactly what he do. Matter of fact, give me that scripture too. Now read the article and then give me that in what's that, John 8. Go ahead. Finish reading the article. I'll get you the scripture.
Come, sir. Deputies met with a witness in the principal office who stated she saw a teacher identified as 56-year-old Cedric Goolsby with a student. The witness says she was locking up the library and leaving when she saw the student with her shirt around her neck and Goolsby's face near the child's chest area.
Good night, Al.
As deputies further investigated, they learned of footage that showed Goolsby and the student entering a closet.
So they got cameras in there?
Count them, sir.
Now, go to show you just how sick of a bastard he is. He didn't even care about the cameras out.
Count them, sir.
They got him on camera going in the closet with the. Now you know he was gonna try to deny it, right? How you gonna deny it with the camera? How you gonna deny going in the closet? Why are you and a student going in a closet?
Count them.
You know what I mean? I remember going to school. My teachers ain't come in the closets with us. You know what I'm saying? I remember the coat rack and all that was in a closet.
Count them.
And not one time did the teacher ever come in and say, hey, get y'all coats, get your book bag, and come all 30, 40 kids would run in there and grab their things. And then if somebody had a problem or they can't find something or whatever, then the teacher would pull the child out and then the teacher would go in there and find whatever it is you can't find.
Right.
But they wasn't never in no closet with you, at the same time. I ain't see that. I remember going to school, and they hadn't did that. So I wonder what is this sicko gonna say? You know what I mean? Like what is his reason for him going in that closet? Like what you gonna say, other than you molesting the little girl?
Yep.
And thank God that this sister saw it and reported it, man. And you know what I bet? I bet this ain't the first one. I bet you this is not his first time doing this, man. I bet you this is not this man's first time doing this. Hey, that's crazy. It's some more on that. Come on with it.
Deputies reached out to the parents of the student and had them ask the child if anything happened between her and Goolsby. The student told her grandmother that Mr. Goolsby had touched my butt 3 times before getting on the bus. Goolsby was arrested and charged with child molestation, false imprisonment, and sexual assault and sexual assault by other administration engaged in sexual contact with another individual enrolled at the same school.
I told you it wasn't his first time doing it.
Kind of, sir.
Damn, so he just touching on the little girl while she getting on the bus. So this probably sounded like it was leading up to, to the closet incident.
Kind.
Sound like he been, he preying on this little girl the whole time. Here she is They're trying to learn. Children are supposed to go to school to learn, not to be molested and fondled. You know what I mean? And thank the Most High that they didn't increase that. Even touching. You know what I mean? If you touch a child in a inappropriate or sexual way, then that is molestation. It's the same as you penetrating them. Him just taking her clothes off. You understand? Having her shirt around her neck. That's molestation. Even if he say he didn't do nothing. Even if he say he didn't penetrate the little girl. That's molestation. And thank the Most High for that. You understand? Because guess what? A lot of you perverts would stop. Now you perverts are going to think twice about touching your own child. You understand? Now this nasty bastard is going to have time to think about him putting his hands on this little girl's butt. You know what I mean? Like, good night. And he 56?
Sir.
And this middle school, right?
No, this is
elementary?
Yes, elementary.
Oh my God. Even worse. I mean, all of it's bad. All of it's bad. I don't care which one it is. You know what I mean?
Slocket. Middle school.
Middle school, yeah.
Yeah, so she had a little shape on her or something.
Probably, probably did.
He a dirty bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, he real sick. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, I can't wait until we get in the kingdom of heaven to where we ain't got to worry about all that. Sending you to court, wasting no time, taxpayers' money, and you know what I'm saying? We gotta have people take off work and come and do jury duty and all that nonsense. No, and no. You gonna get put straight to death.
That's right.
You understand? You turn around and molest a child. That'll be the last day. And somebody saw him. You understand? And he got caught. And the camera on him too. The camera on him. You understand? Like, good goddamn night. It ain't gonna be all of that talking, all of that, wasting time, months, and you sitting in a jail cell. It's just the priests are just gonna get rid of you. The world would be a much better place without child molesters, man. The world would be a much better place without sinners, period. You understand? You know how safe children are going to be without sinners being around? Without child molesters being around upon? You know how safe children are going to... Man, they're going to be able to play and run and be children the whole time they are a child. They ain't going to have to lose their innocence not one day.
Nope.
You know what I mean? And like I said, and this happens because they know ain't no fathers in the home. They don't even have to actually see and know that there is no father in the home. That's what almost everyone knows about a black household.
Right.
Is that there's no father in the home. So these perverts get to do whatever they want to do to our kids. Why? Because nobody is going to protect them. But thank God that the sister who saw it did. Thank God Granny, you understand, they went on and pressed charges. Because a lot of times in our area, that subject is just like off limits. Like, ooh, nobody wants to touch it. But they do want to touch on little kids, though. They don't want to touch and address the subject, but they do want to touch on little children like this pervert. Touching on this little girl 3 and 4 times while she trying to get on the bus. Taking her into a closet, undressing the little girl. Taking her clothes off. It's ridiculous. And like I said, I can't wait until the kingdom of heaven, because then we are not going to have to worry about that. No child is supposed to be forced in any type of sexual thing. no type of sexual play, no touching, no kissing, no rubbing, no any of that. You know, they are supposed to remain children as long as they are a child. Their father is supposed to, once that daughter and that son, even the son, okay, both of them, once they are ready, once they are mature enough and the father, you know, can see, okay, she's ready for a husband. You know, my son, you know what, he's ready. He's an adult now. He's mature. You know, he got his head on straight. You know, stuff like that. That old, you know, back in the day, old folks used to say about their kids. You know, they doing pretty good. They got a job. They went to school. They doing this. They got a career. You know, all right, you know, it's time for you to have me some grandbabies. You know, and the father would decide on when that time was. But now, our children is getting walked in closets by nasty-ass librarians. You know what I mean? All because there is no father around. There are no men around. You sisters need to rethink this single mess.
Right.
If you want to be single, don't sleep around. Don't have sex with nobody for you to have a child and you still single. Now you're a single mother and all this nonsense. Don't have sex. Don't have sex. Stay celibate, like what you claim you is, knowing you ain't. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to put another child at risk all because of you and your selfishness. And some of you brothers that be leaving your family, because y'all do that too. Some of you brothers leave the family, leave the household. You abandon your women and children. As soon as a woman come tell you I'm pregnant, you talking about something by who? By you, Negro.
Right.
All these sisters out here ain't whores, ain't thoughts. You know what I mean? Ain't sleeping around. You know you was the only one up in that. Then now because you claim you don't want no baby, now it's, you know what I mean? Who the daddy? Who you pregnant by?
Right.
You know, that's sick. That's a demon. You understand? This is why we need morals in the black community. This is why we need morals. And the moral is sex is marriage and marriage is forever. That's the moral right there. So when you lay down and you have sex with that man, that's your husband. You have
Right.
sex with that woman, that's your wife. And y'all two supposed to stay together forever. You understand? Ain't no save the date when y'all is 3 or 4 or 5 years past the date. You understand? You ever seen that? Turn around, people been together for the longest, and then all of a sudden they come up with some papers talking about some save the date.
Right.
Talking about they finna get married. Y'all already married. You been married.
That's right.
You've been married for 5 years already. You've been sleeping around for 5 years. You're married. Calling yourself boyfriend, girlfriend, boo and bae, baby mama, baby daddy. When, guess what? Y'all, you more than that. It's fine. You can call each other baby mama and baby daddy. But just know that you married to your baby mama.
Mm-hmm.
You married to your baby daddy.
Come,
You understand? That's fine. You can say that. What was that song? That's just my baby mama. And then they had that's just my baby daddy. You know?
Okay.
They had the songs out. Yeah, that's all right. Y'all could be baby mama and baby daddy. That's fine. But know that you two are married when y'all get through. Okay? And y'all supposed to stay together forever. You know? Don't break up your home. You know? Give me John 8:44. And this is where I want to go about our people following our oppressors and the filthy and nasty things that they do. The who is it? The Catholics, right? The Catholics have been molesting children for so long and so bad to the point to where they got that hotline you can call and say, if you ever been molested by a Catholic priest,
Yeah.
call us and we'll take care of you. we will compensate you. Because they know that they've been doing it forever. So you got a lot of people calling them. That line been blowing up since it's been out. You know? That line has been blowing up since it's been out. What's that other religion? Other denomination? The one we brought them out too. Oh God, I can't think of which one it is, but they were responsible for molesting. I want to say they had over 500,000 cases. I forgot what denomination they are, but they're disgusting too, you know. And all of our oppressors have started all of these religions, and this is why you turn around and have all of them molesting the hell out of all of the members and the kids, right? And this is what we are doing now. Now we're following their footsteps. This is why the brother read the scripture in Micah where he said, this is not your rest. We are not supposed to be getting comfortable here. You know? This is not where we're supposed to be kicking our feet up trying to relax. Hell, the oppressor won't let you do that.
Right.
Have a car. You ever got pulled over? You know what I'm saying? Come on now. I don't care how slow you drive. I don't care how registered your vehicle is. Oh, I'm sure you done got pulled over. I done got pulled over for no apparent reason. And I'm like MC Hammer when he first came out. I'm too legit to quit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Plates, insurance, wasn't speeding, what? License, and some more stuff that I got there straight. And then guess what? I done still got pulled over before. You know what I mean? So you can't tell me that you ain't never experienced that. Because they do it to whoever, whatever Negro they feel like. Remember when we brought the statistics out about how, especially in Ferguson, about how when it comes to white people versus black people, white people get pulled over less, black people get pulled over more. White people have more drugs on them. Black people have less drugs on them, and that's when they getting pulled over. And then guess who gets pulled over the most? Though?
You already
Guess who
know.
goes to jail the most? Guess who gets framed the most? It's us. They are not gonna let you be comfortable here.
No.
Like, why are you bothering innocent people? You ever seen them boy when the police get behind you? They hit this. I don't know how in the hell they got trained. They get trained on how to steer and type at the same goddamn time,
Right.
and watch the road and watch what the hell they typing. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. I done seen them boy jump behind me real quick. They driving and typing and sit down and run in the back of me.
Kind of clown shit.
But then once they see that everything straight, they turn around going on. Or they done pulled me over before, and then they just have to waste my time.
Yep.
I remember once I got pulled over on St. Charles Rock Road. Turn around right there by the 7-Eleven, by 170.
Mm-hmm.
Turn around right there, all them potholes and then the manholes, all them dips and all that right there. And they just redid it though.
Right.
But this was a couple years ago. Turn around and pull me over. Is everything okay? I said, it ain't now. You know what I'm saying? He said, what do you mean? I said, you can pull me over. Well, what you need, officer? And he said, well, license, registration, insurance, and all that. And he turned around, checked everything, come back. He said, had you been drinking? Is there any reason you were swerving? I said, man, you drive these streets just like I do. You know all them damn holes back there. And he said, oh, well, okay, yeah. You know what I mean? And once he found out everything was straight, of course he ain't smell no liquor or nothing. So he, let me go. But he just had to waste my time.
Yeah.
He had to do that. And that's in the area where they try to rape their sister, Charlotte, right?
Right.
Where they try to rape that sister back, a couple of blocks up. Right there. That's where they pulled me over. Right there. And man, I'm telling you, these people, they terrible. They are terrible. And then another point that I'm making about how we follow in their footsteps, look at them 4 brothers. It was 5 cops. It was 5 brothers that beat the hell out that brother Tyree Nichols and ended this brother's life, man. Terminated this brother. And beat the crap out of him, man. And for what? And for what? And they on tape too. They thought they wasn't on camera, but they on one.
Right.
They on one and claiming to be innocent. And this is because of them following our oppressor's footsteps. Since our oppressor oppresses us, beats us when he pulls us over, snatches up out the car, throws us up on the hood, put a knee on our neck, and whatever else the hell they want to do to it. Now you got brothers doing it.
Right.
You know? Now you got brothers doing it. Where is the case at where the black cop snatched the white man out the car, threw him all on the hood, put their knee on his neck till he couldn't breathe? Where is that case at?
Right.
I don't see it. But you do have one where brothers did a heinous act against another brother. Go ahead, read that scripture real quick.
Common concern. John chapter 8, verse 44. You are of your father the devil.
Ye are what?
Of your father the devil.
Ye are of your father the devil. Our King Christ is talking to Israelites. And he is saying that ye are of your father the devil. Now I know your daddy might be named Tyrone. But this is talking about our oppressor. Right? And you are of your father the devil. You just like him. You understand? And what else he say?
And the lust of your father ye will do.
And the lust of your father you will do. That Georgia teacher, that principal, she's of her father the devil. And the devil is the so-called white man. Don't get it twisted. He's not some ghost that lives up under the ground terrorizing people. He's walking around. He's pulling you over. He's your boss when you go to work. You understand? One of my contracts, this used to kill me, man. The oppressor, it was 2 of them. The big boss and the supervisor. They would sit and monitor, had like 15, 20 cameras, big old screen, right? And they would sit and monitor all the screen just to make sure all the slaves is working. You know what I mean? They didn't do no work. They didn't supervise nothing but niggas to make sure they was working. And every time I would walk past, they just sitting there. They standing there watching their big old screen, making sure everybody working.
Right.
These cats were so hard and so horrible. In the wintertime, and this is when it got real cold. They didn't have no heat in the warehouse part. Right? Brothers started bringing their own heaters from home, right? They started bringing heaters to work. They told them, number one, they couldn't bring them no more. Then turned around and banned the brothers from the break room. Told them if they are in the break room any other time other than break, they getting fired. A brother that had been working there for 12 years out, turned around and he was freezing. It was cold. Extremely cold. Now they in the heat. The oppressor standing there like this, warm as hell, looking at the camera. The brother goes in once they put this rule out there, they turned around and zeroed right in on the break room. That's all they was interested in, was catching folks in the break. They had the break room blew up big. It was just the break room there. And every person they catch in the break room, they went right down there to, okay, you can go. They went to this brother that had been working there for 12 years. Dude say, what are you doing in here? He say, man, I'm trying to get warm. He say, my hands is like froze. My toes froze. He said, I'm cold as hell. The brother dressed, you know what I'm saying? He dressed as warm as he could be, and, you know, but it was just too cold. It was extremely cold. And he said, well, you know what? He said, you can get your shit and go get warm at home. This how they treated somebody that had been working there for them for 12 years, huh?
Kind.
12 years. That's what they did. You know, this ain't your rest. You not gonna be comfortable. You ain't one of them. You know what I mean? You are a slave.
Damn right.
And you better get to working. And our king said what? What he said again? Read it again.
You of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
The lust of your father you will do. That Georgia teacher, that librarian, he did the same thing. The oppressor is notorious for molesting children.
Damn right.
Notorious for it. You see, DMG had it all wrong in the discussion that we had when he thought that was Israelite tradition to take wine and pour on the circumcision of a boy on the 8th day, and the priest sucked the wine off of the boy's penis. Ain't no way. You understand? And he did admit that it wasn't in the Bible.
Right.
It was in that Talmud. He says in another source that he ended up reading. So, you know, you can't put that on Israelites. Because Israelite men ain't sucking on babies' penises. The only thing I was interested in when my son was pulled out of their mamas, all of them, was that little slap to wake him up, make him start crying. That's it. You understand? That was it. And then I went right over there, watched them clean them off, helped them even. You understand? My first one, man, boy, look at her. My first son, I was like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I went over there, kept my little smock on. You know, I was in the surgery. You had to do the C-section. And man, I kept that thing on all day. You're straight up. I did not change it to nothing else that whole day. I went over there, and once they smacked him, and he started crying, I said, okay. And I went over there, helped him clean him up. They said, all right, Dad, it's a boy. I'm like, yeah. But I wasn't thinking about doing nothing sick to my son.
Right.
And nobody else's. And our oppressor does so.
Yeah.
And then now, because we follow them, and because we're comfortable here, we think that this place is our rest. Now you got our brothers and sisters. What the principal do? Neglect. Not neglect. Damn, what did she get? What did she get charged with? I forgot.
She had a slew of charges. Battery, false imprisonment, assault.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then this cat here get molestation.
Yeah.
Walking a little girl into a closet.
Yep.
Walking a little girl into a closet, taking her clothes off.
Touching on her butt.
Touching on her butt while she getting on the bus. Oh my God. And like nobody saw that.
Right.
And he thought he was getting away with that. But Christ said, you are of your father, the devil. And after the lust of your father, you will do. And I know half of this stuff is going over some of our people's head. But this teacher, guess what? That's his father. Our oppressor is his father. And he's doing right after his daddy. That principal. She's doing right after her daddy too. And their father is the oppressor. And they are doing exactly what he does. He assaults children. Our oppressor assaults children. That's why you think it's okay to do it. Keep reading. There's some more of that.
He was a murderer from the beginning, and bold not in the truth. Because there is no truth in him.
No truth in him. And I don't understand why our people be trying to put it there. You understand? There's no truth in that devil. It's just not.
Right.
You know? None. That's it on that.
Counter.
Most time crazy. Let's go and get to the next article.
Counter, sir. Canadian parents in school district where trans teacher with giant Z-cup breasts teaches launched legal fund to sue school for letting her wear fetish gear.
Good night. Now, I'm pulling this one because this one is ridiculous. You understand? This is a man. This is a training, right? And he got these gigantic Z cups. Just think, I done been to school with a real woman teacher, right? That done had them things poked out like that. But you understand, this man that got some Z cups. You understand? Ridiculous. You can't even call them sour melons out. Them. Oh my God, he got about 12 basketballs in his chest. You understand? And looking just as retarded as he can be. And they are suing, saying that he's wearing fetish gear because he wears too little shirts. You understand? It's disgusting, man. Just even thinking about it. But to turn around and make him poke out and you understand all of it instead of I guess being a man is not. I guess that wasn't good enough, huh?
Right.
Being a man wasn't good enough. He had to change himself. And now he dresses inappropriately in front of the children. Go ahead and read that.
Common, sir. Furious families set up the page to bring in more money so they can force Oakville High School to make Kayla Lamox abide by the dress code. The GoFundMe page is the second one launched by parents this year. The last page raised nearly $10,000. A concerned parent described Lamox as a man who dresses up as a woman who has size Z fetish fake boobs.
Hey, this is ridiculous. Now. This whole thing, like, and something else in their culture is what they're trying to do is teach children about transgender. Oh, come on, I know it's silly.
No, it's a picture, Cap.
Yeah, I know it's disgusting. I just seen it's
Good
disgusting
night.
even looking at that mess. You understand? Even looking at that mess.
Yeah, they should drag him out by his.
Oh my God!
They should drag him out of there.
Man, I'm telling you,
You need to be drugged out of the school.
he does. I agree.
Damn.
I agree.
Salaki, it says,
Come on with it.
the teacher's inappropriate attire and enormous prosthetic breasts have created a significant distraction that has led to serious safety concerns for the students and staff at the school. The school has had 3 bomb threats since September.
Look, they serious about that.
Yeah.
They are serious about that. They ready to get this thing away from their kids. You know? And see, that's gonna cause a problem in a lot of places. You know? Because everybody ain't with this mess. You know? Everybody is not with the forcing of, your acceptance. You know, I mean, nobody has to accept you. You know? I'm straight all day, and I don't give a damn who accept it or not. I don't care. I love, you understand, my sisters. I love them. And I don't give a damn who accepts what. Ain't even looking for you to accept it. You understand what I'm saying? I could care less. But them, it's a fight. They fighting for their rights, which is sick. You don't have any rights. You're sick. And this used to be classified as a mental illness. But when our oppressor decided that he wanted to be free, no. They went to work and they declassified it. And now it's this constant fight and push for gay, lesbian, trans, queer rights. It's disgusting. Sexual deviance. in the kingdom, there's a place for that. It's called Sheol, and that's a big hole in the ground. You understand? Where this fool and them Z cups, all 12 of them basketballs need to be put at in the dirt. You know what I mean? That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Go on, jump to the last article real quick. We right at the time.
Calvin Collins, Former Sweetie Pie star sentenced in nephew's killing. A former star of a St. Louis-based reality show has been sentenced to life in prison for arranging the killing of his nephew to collect a life insurance policy.
Now, you know what? He really, there's several articles out. He really believes that he is innocent. Like, I was like, man, I mean, the evidence, we followed that and brought that out.
Kind.
Brother, that is, man, he a long way from home with that one, and it's sad what it was over. It was over some money. His mother, Tim, his mother, Miss Robbie. Supposedly the grandson, some money come up missing, some jewelry and all that kind of stuff, right?
Kind.
Yes, some stuff come up missing out of Granny's safe, and they believe he is the one that did it. And so, as a result, you go and get, you the only beneficiary on. Then don't nobody even know you got the policy. Number one, on him for what, 400,000, 4,500. I mean, 450. I'm sorry, 450,000, not 4,500. Damn, that'd have been even worse. But 450,000, that's not no money to, you understand, to do nothing with. If you can't give me all the money in the world, you understand, to terminate this person, then it's not even worth it. I would have to have every dollar and every cent in the world to do something like that. First off, I wouldn't do it. You understand? I wouldn't even do it. That's what I'm saying. It's not even worth it. Even that amount, that's a nice amount of money, but it's not even worth it, man. I would want my nephew alive versus, me terminating him out. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? I would not have been able to do that. I couldn't do that. I love my nephews, man. We ain't got into it about nothing. Anytime I see him, is what's up, Unc? You know what I mean? What's up, nephew? We could. Even if we do get into it, that's the last thing I'm gonna think about doing to them. Over something petty. Over some cash. And some jewelry. But he turned around and he did it. He's found guilty of it, but he's trying to say he's innocent. I doubt anybody is listening to that. You know what I mean? I doubt anybody is listening to this dude claim his innocence. When that shooter, what they paid he paid the shooter $5,000. He gave the whore, and that's something else. He gave the whore $10,000 because he was sleeping with her too. You know what I mean? Come on with it.
Slocky, if I may, some other stuff that I had learned about the situation. Him and his mother, he was misappropriating funds, and he opened up another restaurant out of town in her name without her consent, and they was in a little beef. Yeah. And I think I kind of heard that he was thinking that she was gonna leave everything as Andre as the beneficiary instead of him. So he bumped him off.
Good night.
Yeah.
Dang. Hey, ain't no telling.
Yep.
Ain't no telling. You know, I mean, but what I don't get is why he couldn't just ask his mother that. Because, you know, that other location was also, he did that here first.
Yeah.
That's why he ended up doing it out of town.
Mm-hmm.
Out on Natural Bridge. Natural Bridge and Brown. Ishikawa got that building now. They finna put some tacos in that mug. I'm gonna have to check them out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But he was at that location right across the street from the rallies. And that's where he did it first. Took his mother's name, took her brand, and, you know, opened up his own. When, I mean, ask your mama. They like that was too hard. You know? And then, hell, you was on TV.
Yeah.
You was on TV. You her son.
Yeah.
You done got a little fame off your mama.
Yeah.
Open up your own. You know what I mean? Open up your own. Instead of, you know, sweetie pies, call it Papa pies or something.
Timmy pies.
Who?
Timmy pies.
Hey, you silly. When you say Timmy pies.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I mean, he could have did something else other than, you know, take your mother's brand. I remember that, though. She did. She told him, you don't close that thing, boy, I'ma sue you. And he ended up closing that one and opening that one out of time. That was ridiculous. Like, I just didn't even see that, you know, why that was even necessary.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying about being here up under these people. You understand? By us being oppressed by them, look at what we do. We turn around and do everything after them. You understand? They so slick, they done stole this whole place. Man, here you go stealing your mama's brand, you know what I mean? And try to, you know, make you some, because it was Sweetie Pies too, right? Ain't that what he called it?
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Instead of saying, hey, Ma, I got an idea. Let me use your name, give you a cut, you know what I'm saying? Just pay your mama, man, for using her business. Or if that's what you wanted to do.
It's a lock.
Go ahead.
When the show was going on, we was kind of looking at him sideways because he was acting like a little girl, and he beefing with his baby mama on the show.
Okay.
Everybody was tripping off of that, like, man, she bad, and you got this little baby I just had. Why is you acting like a girl? We knew something was up with him. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, they was discussing too. Sent that stripper, put her on him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then he ended up sleeping. He was sleeping with her too. You know, it's just all kinds of disgusting and evil, man. You know, and you know, like I said, he turned around and got sent, and he is still in disbelief. He is still in disbelief. All of the stuff that now, number one, for the insurance man to keep writing this thing up for you over and over again until he got it to go through finally.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. He ain't doing it for himself. He know you done promised him a cut. You know what I mean? So that's why he was pushing that thing through. You know? But he ended up getting caught. And this is why, man, I love Commander General Yohana. And I remember when he said black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men and women need to stop being criminals.
That's right.
When I heard that, I was like, man, finally somebody that really care about a nigga. You know what I mean? Somebody that really care about a nigga to tell them to stop being criminals. You're not good at it. You're not good at it. Our oppressor murdered every goddamn body. And look at what it got him. This big old wonderful place that you like to call home. The U.S. of A. That's when it got the oppressor. But it gets you life in prison. You understand? And with that, we're going to go ahead and end the show. Hey, the water, that means thank you for everybody tuning in with us. You understand? This what's this, our third year? You understand? Year number 3, and we're gonna keep at it. Lord will. You understand? Man, and the more our people keep up with this mess, we'll have more to talk about. You understand? Until we end up getting it right. You understand? Because that's the whole goal of the ISUPK, is to teach our people correctly. You understand? You done had enough of them preachers lying to you, taking all your money, Now it's time to actually get it right. And with that, Shalom, Israel.
Boy, they gonna whoop that big old nigga ass when he get in jail up in there, boy, the pen. Boy, they gonna be that, boy.